Is it gonna blow up? Is it gonna come apart? I'm just getting ready to tighten the string tension up on this old girl's liable just to fold up on us when we bring it up to pitch, but to bump it on my knee, I can hear those loose braces. You hear that? I'm just bumping it on my knee there. I'm going to video myself tuning this thing up to pitch very slowly. You know, it wasn't tuned up to pitch when I got it, so I don't know how long it's been since it's been tuned up to pitch, but if this thing folds up and collapses, I want it on video so I can show the owner, you know, hey, this is what happened. I did what you told me to do, started tuning it up, and she broke. So I want to get that on video if it does happen. I'm just going to video myself tuning it up to pitch. Now, I may or may not show all of that. I don't want to bore you to death with all of me just sitting here bringing it all up to pitch slowly. You know, keys are backwards. So I may or I may not show that, or maybe I'll show some of it and not all of it. I don't know, but I am definitely going to video myself tuning it up just in case anything goes wrong. I'm trying to keep my ass covered here. I did what I was told to do, and you know, if it blows up, then I'll have it on video. It wasn't my fault. So I'll be back sometime after getting it tuned up. I know the action's going to rise higher again, but yeah, what are you going to do? Everything on this thing's loose. The fretboard's falling off of it. I don't know if you can see this crack. I don't know if you can see the crack between the fretboard and the neck or not. God, I even hear something rattling there. But there's a huge crack right here, a wide gaping crack. I can see it with no glasses on, man. So you know it's got to be big. And yeah, just so many things this guitar needs done to it. But you know, I was pretty much specifically told not to do that. I was told to use this bridge, not to, you know, put a replacement on. Use the original one, make it play with it. So I'm going to bring it up to pitch slowly. When I get it up there, I'll bring it back and we'll move the bridge around, set the intonation close as we can get it, assuming the thing doesn't blow up before then. So stay tuned for that. Something just happened when that popped there like that. Strings all got lower. Got a tuner here called Pro Guitar Tuner. The best tuner I have found. The most accurate that I have found. It works better than any that I've ever used before. I've been using this tuner a long time. We're one step below normal right now, and I'm not going to go any higher than that with this thing, and I'll show you why in a minute. The intonation's close. Well, it's fretting out right there. With that action that high, you wouldn't think that. That's a little sharp. It might be a little sharp. Yeah. The entire bridge probably needs to go back. It's actually set back farther than it's, you can see the old footprints where it used to sit. And it's already back farther than that, but it's not up to standard pitch either. It's a step flat. Very hard to chord, very hard to play. And these screws sticking up out of this bridge, I was told not to cut those off, leave them alone. Man, you don't want to catch your hands on those, it hurts. I've hit them a bunch of times already. Very uncomfortable. Shame how sweet we could make this guitar sound if those braces were fixed inside of there and the fretboard glued on it and the proper string height action and all of that jazz. It needs so much stuff done to it. It's almost impossible to play the thing down here. It's a shame, man. It's just a pitiful crying shame. Let me bring the camera over here and show you some things that I never saw before, because I never saw it under string tension before. This gap that I showed you back here, it's a whole lot bigger now than it was before. Whole bunch gapped more. The fretboard gap I showed you, let me just bring the camera over here and show you what I'm talking about. And there's some gaps I didn't even see before until right now, but I can tell they've been there for a while. The fingerboard is also coming off down here. I didn't know that either, but holy shit. Hopefully you're going to be able to see this, okay? Now remember, we are tuned one step flat, okay? There's the crack. I got a flashlight here so you can see. There's the fretboard coming off of it. Okay, look what a gaping. Like I said, the nut's not glued in it. You can't get nut action, and look how high that nut action is. And if you pull the fretboard down where it should be and glue it, the nut action would be even higher. The nut needs to be glued in it. Okay, we come on down the fret. Now I didn't notice this end before, but like I say, I never saw it under string tension before either. And check that out, man, the heel. See that gaping crack there? My God, you could drive a truck through that one. But the fretboard extension, if I can get on the thing here, the fretboard extension is completely broken right there. See that? Fretboard extension is broken in two from the rest of the neck. It's broken. It's coming apart from the fretboard there too, it looks like. Yeah. But the fretboard extension, let me back off and show you what we're looking at. See, right at the body. And that fretboard extension underneath the fretboard extension, I guess that's like a very thick shim. but it's broken loose from the neck right there, and it is on both sides too, because I looked on both sides on the other side, and you can see the fretboard unglued on this end as well. Not as bad as it is up here. Holy cow, look at that. That's just unreal, man. Very hard to hold the camera still with this magnification this high, but I think you can see. I'm taking this guitar back tomorrow and I'm going to collect my $50, because I did more than $50 worth of work to it, but another $250 I would fix this guitar right, the way it should be fixed. There's one last look at the bridge after I put a little point back into it, as you can see there, and filed some grooves into it for the strings to rest in, just, you know, so they wouldn't flop around when you play it. But my God, look at the action here. The action is way better than it was when it came here. I can actually see relief in that neck. I can see it. See how close the strings are there, and how close they are there, and near the center. Look how high they are. Fucked up, man. But you know, my hands are tied. I already told you what I quoted the lady to fix this guitar. She didn't want me to fix anything except this bridge, and not even use another bridge. Do it to that one, she said. I guess she was afraid I would charge her for another bridge. I don't know. I was tuning it up, and man, it popped and cracked and the strings would get loose again. I was really afraid it was going to come apart, but that's terrible, man. It'd be a nice old guitar if someone just cared to spend a few bucks on it. I got it playable. I mean, there was no way you could have played it before, I'm sure of that. I can hear its probabilities, capabilities, what it might be capable of if the thing was fixed, you know. And it's a nice old guitar. It would be a nice old thing to fix up. You know, I never realized before how heavy the thing was. Should have weighed it. I bet it probably weighs near 10 pounds or more than that. It's heavy. But spend 50 bucks to make it playable as well as possible. When I seen that fretboard coming off, I said, screw this, man. I quit. I'm not doing anything else to it. I mean, I can't make it chord any easier up here with the fretboard coming unglued. You know what I mean? But I'm not supposed to fix that. Just leave that alone. Make it playable. Well, that's what I did. So I'm going to take it back to the store tomorrow and tell him to tell the owner that, you know, if she's not, while she's not playing it, she ought to loosen the strings on it, because under string tension, this puppy's not going to last very long. There's no way, man, it can hold together very long. I mean, look at that top sunk in. And I showed you how soft. I'm not going to push on it now with string tension, but I know I could shove my thumb through that. Well, okay, enough bitching and moaning and complaining, I guess. So, thank you guys for staying with me through this. Got a 12-string, I think it's called a Telestar or Telstar, I can't remember which. Flat top 12-string, got a whole bunch of broken braces. I just briefly looked inside and I saw like 3, maybe 4 that I counted. So, you know, stick around for that. That's going to be an interesting fix. It's got a sound hole. We could go inside. Maybe have to take the back off. I don't know. I haven't looked at it that close yet. But it's coming. Stay tuned. And say goodbye to the Silvertone Artist. Forever. You'll probably never see this guitar again. Cheers.